Hi everyone, welcome back to Marie's Kitchen. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're making feta pasta, the one that went viral on TikTok. We're making that today, but guess what? We're adding broccoli. So you're getting an extra vegetable in there with the tomatoes, feta, and garlic. It's just as delicious, but just a little more nutritious, and there's hardly any extra effort. So I'm really excited to share this one with you. Let's get started. All right, first up, let's go through the ingredients so you can make sure you have everything you need. First up, we'll need about 10 to 12 ounces cherry tomatoes. Next is 8 ounces feta cheese, and you can use any brand. Just grab a block of 8 ounces. And I know when this really went viral, there was a shortage of feta cheese, but I think the grocery stores have restocked now. And this is a great thing to keep in your fridge so you can make this pasta anytime. It'll keep well in your fridge for at least a couple months. So buy an extra block at the grocery store and have it on hand when you need it. Next is about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. Of course, you can add more if you love garlic. Feel free to do that. Next up are broccoli florets. This is a 12-ounce bag. I buy them already cut into florets, just saves a step, but you could buy the stalks if you prefer that way. For the pasta, I have fusilli today, and I can't use this pasta without thinking about Seinfeld, fusilli Jerry. You really can use any kind of pasta for this. I love the corkscrew pasta, that works great. Macaroni. You want to just use something smaller, not long like linguine or spaghetti. Next up is some fresh basil. We'll add that at the end and also use some for garnish. Then some Parmesan cheese, and this is as much or as little as you like. I like to kind of do on the heavier side, a few big spoonfuls on there. I think the nuttiness and the saltiness of the Parmesan kind of cuts the sort of bitterness of the feta, so it's a really good combo. Then of course, as always, we'll need some olive oil as well as salt and pepper. And that's it, so let's get cooking. So the first step whenever you're making pasta is go ahead and start the water. You want to put that over high so we can bring it to a boil. And we can put a lid on that if we want to bring it to a boil faster. Then once it comes to a boil, we're going to add some salt, then our pasta. I'm also going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. First up, I think we'll prepare the broccoli. And I'm just going to pull the florets out of their bag like that. And there's often some pieces in here that we're just not going to use, or if you see the bottom is a little bit brown, you can pull that out. When you're cutting the broccoli for this dish, you do want to cut it pretty small because you want it to be nice and tender to go with the soft pasta and the tomatoes. You don't want a big crunchy piece of broccoli. So be sure to cut these, even these small florets, I'm going to go ahead and cut them even smaller. Real small little pieces. You can see why I buy it already in the florets. It just makes this process a little easier. And again, we'll trim the bottoms there. They're a little brown. And then cut these into our nice small pieces. This dish is so great for a meatless Monday dinner. Or if you prefer to use it as a side dish, which we've done many times, it works great as a side dish, especially for a crowd. When you have a lot of people you want to feed, this makes a really easy side dish. Next up, we'll prepare our feta and tomatoes in the pan. I have had questions from people about whether you can use the already crumbled feta instead of the block, and the answer is you can. I prefer the block though. The already crumbled feta has an anti-caking agent on it, which makes the sauce a little less creamy, so I prefer the block if you can find it. The next step is to add our cherry tomatoes, and it couldn't be easier. We're just going to pour those right in beside the feta. Next, we'll add our garlic. Use about 3 cloves here. And for the garlic, I just use my garlic press and just press that right in, kind of right on top of the feta. I like to do that because if it's on top of the feta, it's not on the very bottom of the pan. If it's on the bottom of the pan, the garlic can burn, and burned garlic can taste really bitter. Do a little bit more garlic, just because. There we go. For the next step, we're going to toss our broccoli right on top of the tomatoes. Just spread that in there. Right now we're going to add olive oil, plenty of olive oil in there. Now we'll add some salt and pepper, and this is ready to go in the oven. You don't need a lot of salt because the feta cheese is really salty and the Parmesan we're going to add after is also salty, so don't go overboard on the salt. Just a little for seasoning. There's our pepper. Now we'll pop this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 35 minutes. We're going to add some salt, then our pasta. Now we'll just pour that pasta right in. And give that a stir to prevent sticking. And we'll cook that for about 9 to 11 minutes. Now we'll drain the pasta. Okay, I think the feta and tomatoes are ready. We're going to grab those out of the oven. Oh my goodness, it smells amazing in here, and this looks great. The broccoli's nice and cooked, and the feta and the garlic and everything smells so good. Okay, I have a helper now. She's gonna help me stir it up. Let's stir it together. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stir it together. You're gonna let that kitty out? So you can see it just turns into this delicious, cheesy, garlicky sauce with tons of broccoli in every bite.
I love it.
Which you'd think sometimes kids wouldn't want all the broccoli in there, but it's my daughter's favorite part now. She's like, she don't even call it feta pasta, she calls it feta broccoli. She's like, where's my feta broccoli? Loves it. Yeah, you ready to put the pasta in? So now we have this delicious, creamy sauce here with the broccoli. Now we're going to just pour our pasta right in. You want to do that for me? Here, you want to scoop it out?
That smells so good.
How's the pasta? Good. Okay, we're going to turn it. Oh, sorry, we're going to turn it this way so everybody can see. I'm just going to pour that. Whoa! Big lump right in there. And then we'll stir this together. You're gonna get your hands in there and get some.
Hold on, stop.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, give me just a minute and it'll be sauce on everything. And then
Stop.
Let's grab you a plate, girl.
Another one. One more.
Another one. One more. Okay, now we're gonna add some, let's add some basil and some Parmesan. How does that sound?
One more.
A little bit? And a big hefty sprinkle of that. I love that nutty flavor to balance out the feta. And then we can cut some basil if we want, and also put some on there for garnish.
There's straggles over here.
A few straggles. There's our beautiful basil garnish.
Over here.
You need to stir it up more? Okay. And there is our delicious feta pasta ready to go. So easy to make. Takes about 35 minutes to bake, and it is ready to serve. 2 thumbs up from this one. Thanks so much for joining us on Marie's Kitchen. Today we made the viral feta pasta dish with broccoli, so it's even better than you've seen before. Just as easy, but a little more nutritious, and you know I love that. If you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up. We so appreciate your likes. Also, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. We've got lots more videos coming up, and I don't want you to miss any of them. For this recipe and more, check out my website, mariesaba.com. There you can go and print out this recipe and all my recipes, print them in a PDF format, punch holes in the sides, and put them in a notebook, and you can make your very own Marie's Kitchen cookbook for free. Good idea? Yeah.
Really good.
Also, if you get to try this, leave me a comment, let me know. I would love to hear how you like it. My goal is to give you some really easy recipes that turn out great every time, so you can build some confidence in the kitchen and feel really inspired to share good food with people that you love.
Just like me. Got her inspiration from me.
Right. From my kitchen to yours. Thank you.